So, you buy yourself a Nintendo Switch. You think to yourself, man, Nintendo really hit it on the head this time. They have a console that you can play while on your couch, online, and then pick it up and go to the bathroom with it, lay in bed with it, and even take it outside wherever you'd like. Subway, bus, whatever. But then you think to yourself, you know what? I really don't want to get that thing damaged. I mean, because seriously, look at this thing. It's beautiful. You really don't want to get this scratched. You don't want to drop it. You really don't want to run the risk of ever actually taking it outside and destroying it. So what do? You get a protector for it. I bought myself a protector without ever taking this outside, and that's what we're going to review today. The Nyko thin case. So check it out. This is normally where you'd have like a thing. This is normally where you'd have like a thing where it like pops up and it's like, Garrett reviews these things, but I don't know how to edit, so I'm just gonna act like I did that. So, got this thing on Amazon. It was $17 for the red and blue version. There is also the black smoke version, which is just a dark, clear black version, which kind of resembles smoke. This one is, in fact, the red and blue version, just because of the fact that I thought Nintendo really had something good going on when they had the blue and red design. The gray is just kind of plain. It's way too ordinary. You want this, you want it to stand out, you want it to look cool, but I don't want to get rid of that by getting some kind of black case for it. I had read good things about this online, so we're going to see how it stands up. And the one downside is that the buttons are kind of like sunken in, and it's not as easy to get to them. So we're going to see exactly how that works. Let's find out. So when you go ahead and slide out of the box, it's going to come with a few things. It comes with I'm guessing, an instruction manual on how to actually put it in. It does come with the case itself. I'm guessing that's for the Joy-Cons. This is the thin case itself. You can kind of feel the hard plastic to it. It's got I'm bending it right now to see how it is. Well, I should probably take it out of this first. It's nice and secure, so if you were to maybe drop it before you get home, it wouldn't damage it nearly as much. Ooh, so first things first, it actually is very beautiful. Like, look at that. That's pretty. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. But that's really nice. It's a very, like I said, I'm trying to flex it a little bit. It feels like if I were to bend it, it would snap, but it feels like if you were to drop it, it would, at least from maybe waist height, it would probably, absorb some shock. It wouldn't shatter, but maybe from a higher distance, like let's say I'm on the 4th floor, if I drop this down there, it would definitely shatter. So don't do that. It does have a little bit of crap on it from maybe my fingers. Make sure to wash your hands first, by the way, before you install these kinds of things, because it's just like when you put a screen protector on. If you don't wash your hands and clean it very well, it's going to look like shit. So here's that. It's got a cleaning wipe, wet and dry. It's got how to secure it. Clear instructions right there on how to properly do that. So let's go ahead and put this thing on and see how it looks. This is everything that you get when it comes with the box. You get your instructions, the box itself, you get your cleaning wipe for dry and wet. You get some that's not cardboard, some styrofoam stuff, a bag just in case you want to accidentally leave it on the floor and have one of your animals suffocate from it. The screen protector, this one comes with a screen protector. Normally I don't think they do, and you can choose to get it or not. The back panel, the front panel, the instructions, the Nintendo Switch is not included, the Joy-Cons, and this is my cloth that I'm using to clear the screen before I put the screen protector on. It actually does not have any instructions on how to put the screen protector on. This only shows you how to put the case on. And this is not for a screen protector, this is for the case, so I'm not even going to put that on right now. I'll put that on later. So let's get started. First things first, you're going to want to wipe down everything, make sure it looks nice and pretty, so that way when you actually do put it on, it stays pretty. Because, I mean, come on. Like, you got this case to keep your Switch looking good. You didn't get it to put fingerprints on your Switch. So after it's nice and clean, the instructions do say, ta-da, to go ahead and put the back panel on it, and then put the front panel on it. Match the top and the bottom, click it together. So that should be easy enough. This is the bottom of it because you can see where the kickstand is. Let's go ahead and see how easy this is to put on. So we're going to drop it in. Oh, wow. It kind of plops right on there. Go ahead and take this front cover, make sure the parts match. So this is the top because that's where the game goes. I'm gonna put that on. Now hopefully I don't break this. Okay, so the top can click in right there. Cool, done. That clicks in. Easy, easy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I heard a click. Good. Okay, after about 20 minutes finagling with it, I finally got it on. It seems secure. I could hold it by the top of it and shake it a little bit and it won't come off. The downside is, and I think this might just be mine that I've purchased, is that it is not flush right here, right where this speaker is. It is not completely flush. Like if you feel the rest of the entire case, it's nice and flush all the way across, flush all the way across, even the top, flush, flush, it's nice and flush, flush, and then right here, it is just, whoop, on the red side, right here, just sticks up a little bit. And that's concerning to me because I've pressed it nice and good and hard, and it's not, there's no clicking in place, even though it says you need to push it together, and then after you push it together, you need to press them down. So I did that. Each one clicked into place, and this one even clicked in place. You can hear it, but it's just not fastening, if that makes sense. I mean, it's fastened, it's just not, I don't know, it's not flush. So I don't know how that's going to deal with the docking, but we're going to find out in a second. So next step is to cover these Joy-Cons with the case. So you open this little guy up. Out here, you got your Joy-Con covers. Ooh, God, that's a terrible sound. These are a nice, soft plastic, malleable. I don't want to like bend them as well and not have them come back. But yeah, like see, you can bend it a little bit, and it's kind of a whatever material. So the way to put these on, just kind of literally just slide it in and lift up the thing to get around the analog. It might be better to do the top first, so you have enough way to clearance that. And then there you go. Boom. It's in there, just like that. Nice and snug. And you know, people have said like you can't really access the buttons too well. They're idiots. Like I can access these buttons easily. Like that's really simple. I mean, yeah, like if you do a test like this is definitely, you could feel the buttons a lot easier than this side. But I mean, it's such a small detail. And then even with this, you press that, I mean, it's easy. Just use the tip of your finger. Yes, if you have like sausage fingers or, you know, bigger hands, then that might be a little bit difficult. But I mean, come on, guys. So you slide it in like that. It fits seamlessly here. It's not as flush as I thought it would be. On the back, nice and flush though. Other side, oh, we don't have the other one on yet. I'm gonna leave it off just to see the comparison here. So, as you notice, it gives it a little bit more of a, this is more of like a light pinkish red, and now it's kind of like a red. And then the back is kind of like, I like how it's got the hue that goes from one side to the other. It's really nice. You could access everything. You could access the kickstand, you can access the dock, the speakers are there, heat sinks. You've got, or heat sink up here. You can access the game card right here just by using your nail. And if you don't have nails, then you should stop biting them, okay? Your port here for your headphones, you can easily get to the jacks, right? Not jacks, wow. You can get to the power button and the volumes here without any problem at all. I don't know why anyone that was saying that they were having problems with this, because so far I haven't seen any yet. Let's see if it'll dock. Okay, so my dock is right here next to the TV, and let's just see. Slide it in. Feels nice, and it actually kind of feels nice and snug. And when we put it in, it is charging. That means it is working. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and check and see how the buttons are. I left one side off still because I want to go ahead and actually test and feel how these buttons do against these buttons. So we do have Mario in the set. I'm going to go ahead and switch users real quick. Fooling around in Mario in handheld mode, it's, I mean, I don't understand why everyone has so much hate on this because of saying that this is like not, it doesn't feel right to them. And to me, I mean, it feels the exact same, except now like my fingers just kind of ease in from one side to the other. Like, I mean, I know where the buttons are. I can press them. And there's not really any like, I don't know, it's not really registering to me why people have so much hate on like thin protectors. So to me, it passes the gameplay test. Another issue people were saying that they were having is you can't access the Joy-Con releases easily because of the fact that the case is now kind of semi-flush with them. So let's go ahead and see how that works. Let's say you want to go ahead and dock it. Now it's in docked mode. You just normally, before, you would probably go ahead and grab it by, you know, the side, press one of the buttons, and it kind of slides up. And it's a little bit difficult. It is. I mean, to be able to do it normally, just like that. If you work at it, it kind of, if you use both hands, there you go. It's not as easy. It's kind of a tedious and a weird feel because you're using different parts of your finger. Before it would probably be the flat end of your finger, now you're using the tip of your finger or your fingernail. But besides that, I mean, in all honesty, I would much rather have protection on my Switch than the ease to get them off. Sure, you'd want to be able to maybe get both protection and ease, but you can't really have both. You can either get one of those full-plated Switch cases that will go over an entire thing and you can't dock it unless you get like a portable dock or a modified dock, or you get a thin case which now protects it. It can dock, and you can go ahead and prevent all the fingerprints and scratches and dents and stuff. So would you rather have a dockable case that protects your Switch, but you can't easily take these off as quickly as you maybe want to? Like, see, that was still pretty quick. Or do you want to go ahead and have one of those that clips on and you can't get the Joy-Cons off at all? So that's how I feel the trade-off is. But yeah, let's go to some final thoughts. Alright, so to wrap this video up, let's do some final thoughts on pros and cons. Final thoughts, I like it. It looks very pretty, and that is saying a lot from someone who is very particular. Like when I got my Pixel, I did not want to go ahead and put a case on it because I just thought it looked so nice. The Switch looks so nice. It is a beautiful piece of equipment, and you don't want to ruin it by putting a case on it. But this thing, at least the kind I got, is really beautiful because of the fact that it's red and blue on both sides, so it looks like the Switch. From a distance, people will not know that, like, it still looks like a Switch. It's great. And it's got a nice feel to it, so it actually kind of gives it more texture than the Switch itself. So when you're holding it, you're not gonna, like, it kind of feels like you're not gonna slide out from it. Like, yeah, it will slide if you put it at a dramatic angle, obviously, but it kind of has more grip now than it used to. So that's nice. I now have the confidence to put it down anywhere instead of just on like the sofa or a t-shirt, so it doesn't scratch anywhere. And it does actually have a small lip, so the screen will not be touched by anything if something lays on top of it. I mean, yeah, you have to worry about the analogs, but let's just say for a second that something goes like this, you're not going to scratch the screen. But it does come with a screen protector, which is always nice, and I am going to install this very carefully. The cons, I would say, is yes, the buttons are a little bit flush, but I mean, again, like, I could still press them. The plus and minus, as long as you've got nails, that works for me. If you don't have nails, then yes, it may be a little bit of a deterrence for some people. The shoulder triggers are fine. The bumpers are fine. The releases, yes, they are a little bit flush, but then again, it is also completely fine. So you don't need to really worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? The volume rocker is fine. The power button, the heat sink is cool. The headphone jack. Let's see what kind of headphone thing I've got on here. I do have a headphone jack right here. It fits in pretty well, but if you've got one that is angled, I've heard bad things that this actually will not clear it, and if it's a little bit too big, it will not. Also, you know, that's probably one of the downsides. I don't ever wear headphones when I'm gaming though, but if I start traveling with it, then maybe I will. But for right now, it's not a problem for me. To get to the game card slot, it actually it feels a lot better than it used to, because before it was completely flush. Now it has like a down sync where you can feel exactly where it is. So it's like, oh, there's the game slot. Again, you're probably going to need your nail for this. Then again, you need your nail before to get it, but this is just a little bit farther. Again, that's not a problem. If you don't bite your nails, you should be fine. And the kickstand you can easily get to. Then again, the majority of the people don't use the kickstand, but it is a good thing that they included the ability to use it, as well as you can hear from the speakers. It is dockable, which is the best. Cons, I don't like that it's not flush at the bottom. That's not something that's probably not with every one of them. It's probably just mine, and I could probably even like sand it. But then again, you never feel it because your hands are on the sides here. It's just me nitpicking this because I'm trying to do a review on it. So far, I don't really see anything bad. Like, it's not, if you tried prying it apart, this thing isn't going to come undone. The Joy-Cons fit nicely. It's even got a cutout for the IR sensor. Like, this thing is beautiful. It really is. It feels nice. There's not much else I can say about it. So I think that's the end of the review. The Nyko, I don't even know what the thing is. It's a Nyko, the Nyko thin case for the Nintendo Switch. Check it out. It is on Amazon. The links will be down below. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy.